Good evening, and welcome to another enigmatic version of Diatribes. Now here's your inebriated and incoherent host, voice of Doom. Getting a little cough because of everything going on. But I figured I'd do a diatribe because everything's coming to an end and I wanted to get a few in before it's over. Everything I said over the last 6 years has come true. And people are going to have a frickin' cow when they realize what's going on, because there's a conflagration and there's a confluence of disaster on this planet because nature has decided that the human race has failed by and large. And now it's time to show that the true power is in nature, and we will be swept away. And it's obvious. Everybody can see it. It's not just economical, but it's physical, and it's everything else. And so I don't have to do many more diatribes, but I will keep on expostulating my theses of our coming doom because of cause and effect. We have not done well as a species. We have not learned to live together. We have not learned to form a cohesive form of social living where we help each other. It's been all war, and spending trillions of dollars to build up armaments to kill each other. And it's one of my main reasons that I believe, well, I won't say I don't believe in God, because I don't know what God is, but I do believe that if there was a God, we wouldn't be here. It's obvious. Why would God continue to allow a species of beings to continue living when all we do is kill each other? Now, there's a lot of stuff going on right now, and that's why I'm doing a diatribe, and nobody will watch it except for my stalwart fans. Nobody will see it, so who cares? But we have war. We have a new possible pandemic coming around the corner, which could be real and could be false. It could be a red flag. It could be something to distract us. But hantavirus is making itself manifest on a ship, and they proceeded to do everything wrong, and there's all kinds of conspiracy theories about 23 countries and 23 people and all this other crap. Who cares about that if lots of people die? So it's time to really get down to the nitty-gritty, because there's not much time left. We're talking 27, forget it. If you think you're going to ring in the new year in 27 and say, happy days are here again, forget that. We'll be lucky to reach 27, okay? We'll be very lucky. because there's too much stuff going on and they want to get rid of 6 billion people. I'm telling you right now, I don't know why people don't realize that we don't need so many people on this planet when we have the technology to make life easy for the elites. Nobody seems to want to realize that, and they want to go along their merry way. Their jobs are becoming moot. Everything they do can be done by a machine. I'm reading Player Piano by Vonnegut again, and it's it's a very early 1950s version of what would it be like if everything was taken over by machines, and the delineation of different classes of people. Engineers are the tops. If they can fix the machines, then they're at the top. If they can run the machines, they're at the top. If they don't have the wherewithal to be able to do things to keep the machines rolling, then they're in the dregs and drecks of this filling potholes and doing odd jobs just to get by. And they live in squalor. Okay. Now, we have a pandemic on the way. And if it's 40% fatality and it spreads, then we're going to be looking at the kind of draconian rules for our lives that will make COVID look like just a dress rehearsal, just like nothing. Because first of all, they're going to impose these draconian measures on people because this hantavirus could, spread throughout the world as it did before. And they want to minimize the, people in the hospital, people using ventilators, blah, blah, blah. But people aren't going to buy it anymore because the first thing didn't pan out. They went through all the things, stand 6 feet apart, wear your mask, shut down half the country, half the world. And then they realized that it was all a facade. So now when a real one comes around, what are they going to do? They're going to ignore everything and say, we're not going to do it. We're not going to take the jabs. We're not going to do this or that. Because the last one was, it was a lie. But the next one, the Hanta, or even the Nipa, which I talked about 5 years ago, which nobody knows about, is 80% or 90% fatal. And if they want to unleash that, then there's going to be a society where we're just dragging dead bodies into the dumpsters, into the garbage trucks. And 6 billion people are going to die, and nobody wants to believe it because I don't know what. I know it's nice to have hope. I know it is. But most people's futures are they're not at a point where they can actually plan for doing what they want to do. Get married, buy a house, have kids and have a career, and you get more money and you get a 401k and you get a pension. No. Those days are over and gone. AI will get the pension. AI will get the 401k. Because more and more you realize that you see that you're not dealing with real people. You're dealing with machines who are telling you that everything will be fine. I do it all the time. I call, the electric company, or I call this or that, and I get a non-human person telling me everything is great. So that's only going to, get more and more, exponentially more, where machines and AI are taking over the common jobs that people used to do to make a living. And only people like me who wait on tables might have a little amount of time to be able to keep doing our jobs, because robots bringing your food to the table, that's going to be a few years away, like 2 or 3. But they will be bringing your food, and they'll be very efficient, and they'll be much better than humans. So what do you need humans for? Not just people in America doing jobs here and there and being plumbers and being tradesmen. What do you need humans for in the whole scope of the world? Indonesia, Africa, the Middle East, everywhere else where there's millions of people that they're not going to make it in a capitalist system, because the AI will take it over. So there's no need for them. Don't you get it? I'm not going to do much more of this because I've already said it all. Nobody's listening. So let everything fall apart the way it is, and everybody can see it's falling apart. Everybody can see it. So why should I continue with my 50 subscribers talking about what's really coming our way? And the best thing we can hope for is to live our best life right now, do our best, because then our karmic retribution, our karmic rewards will come in the next lifetime. Because, everybody has to face it. This planet's a penitentiary, and we're all prisoners here that have to do our best to try to make up for what we've done in the past, so that we can move on to a better life somewhere else. This universe is huge. You guys don't get it. The universe is huge, and what's inside our body is a life force that transcends physical manifestations of our physical being. There's a life force that's going to go on and on and on and on and on and on and on for trillions of eons, okay? We never die, never. And heaven and hell is a facade. It's not a real thing. If you don't believe in Jesus, you're gonna swim in a pool of fire for eternity. No, that's not justice. Even a loving God will not say, because you didn't believe in Jesus, you're gonna swim in a lake of fire for all eternity. And at the same token, you believe in Jesus, I accept him as my Savior, I'll live in heaven for eternity. What is that? How is heaven going to be an eternal bliss? It's not possible. Not when you give us our human, entity that we want. We want struggles. We want to, have to make it. We want to do what we have to do. Oh, you're going to go to heaven and be with Jesus and be with God and praise his name for 50 trillion, quadrillion, quintillion eons. It'll be boring. You'll get tired of it. So I want people to realize the existential situation that we have and do good. It's not that hard. Just do your best and try to help others. And whether we have a pandemic, whether we have hantavirus or Nipah Hanipa or anything else, you might live, you might die, but when you die, you go on and you try to do better. I didn't say a whole hell of a lot. I just explained to you the whole meaning of existence, but nobody will take heed. So I'll leave it. It's long enough. And I'll say more about this if I need to, because things are going to get bad. Come on. They're going to get bad. Forget that. Forget Orangey. Forget, Petri Dish and all the others. They're not going to be in a position to handle true doom. So that's that. I think I said enough, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.